Okay, the windy day piece is up, so if I get started on the Iggy piece today...
Hello.
Oh, Mini-Miku! How's it going?
You're late.
Late?
You've been gone for 3 weeks.
So, I guess I'm back? Sorry I disappeared. I was busy with a certain other project for pretty much the entirety of July, but I'm back now and ready to rumble.
Really? That's the only thing you're gonna say?
When did you get so snarky?
When you left me here alone with only a vague set of instructions on how to calibrate your stupid avatar machine?
We can't have another catastrophe, Mini-Miku. You're part of the Theory Bunker crew now, so it's your duty to take care of the bunker while I'm gone.
I'm the only member of the Theory Bunker crew besides you.
Which makes your role all the more important.
Whatever. Hope you had fun with your diabetics, whatever.
It's diametrics! Just roll the disclaimer. Disclaimer, this video exists for the purposes of entertainment, education, and theory rebuttal. Furthermore, considering the subject of this video is game theory, I want to make it clear that this video is not an attack on MatPat as a person outside of his chosen YouTube profession. I only wish to show the flaws in his theories and practices while creating theories. Unless there is substantial evidence, it is not assumed MatPat still stands behind the video in question, and when addressing older videos, I do so in a vacuum, speaking only to MatPat's assumed mindset at the time of the video's creation. If you harass or witch hunt anyone involved with this video, I will personally disown you. Thank you. There are some game theory videos that I don't think I need to cover. Until I rewatch them and realize, ooh, this thing's got problems. Let's hop into our time machine and go back in time. The year is 2011. The date is April 18th. The event in question? On this day, one Mr. Matthew Patrick uploads the very first episode of a series that over time would become both famous and infamous. Game theory. That episode was on Chrono Trigger. I don't know anything about Chrono Trigger, so obviously I've never watched that. But, fast forward to 1 week later, where MatPat puts out the second episode of Game Theory. This one is his very first Mario theory, entitled Super Mario Pipe Dreams. It aimed to explain the history behind the Super Mario series sewer systems. And wouldn't you know it, it's flawed. So allow me to bring this relic back with me from 2011 and tell you why this theory is flawed, just to put this one on my record too. Ready? Let's go.
Hello Internet and welcome to Game Theory, gaming's tangential learning experience.
Oh my gosh, isn't baby MatPat so cute?
Since last week's first episode about theoretical physics was a little heavy, today we're going to lighten things up by spending some time with the world's most famous plumber, Mario. Mario. But what do we really know about this international man of mystery? Has Nintendo been pulling the wool over the eyes of Western audiences about Mario's true heritage? Let's find out.
Oh no. I didn't realize that MatPat assuming Nintendo's intentionally hiding things from us has been a thing from the very beginning. Oh, now I'm scared. I'm skipping ahead a bit because MatPat starts with trying to determine whether or not crabs and turtles can be found in a New York City sewer, like in Mario Bros. What he concludes is that Italian sewers have crabs and there was an Australian sewer with a turtle once, and New York sewers have alligators, which doesn't really relate to crabs and turtles, but whatever. Here's where we get back into it.
Moving on to our portly plumber's signature adventures with the Super Mario Bros. Games, our red-clad hero finds himself in the Mushroom Kingdom, a plumber's paradise of pipes, clogged with fire-breathing weeds and elaborate brick sewers. I originally wanted to explore if it was possible to clean out pipes using fireballs, since that seems to be Mario's only plumbing technique, but Google searching for weed in pipes didn't give me exactly what I was looking for.
Mario didn't come to the Mushroom Kingdom for plumbing. He's trying to save the princess. He's using fireballs to kill the plants that want to eat him, and they just so happen to be inside of pipes.
However, I did dredge up this factoid. Pets aren't the only things being flushed down toilets. Another popular staple of New York sewer folklore in the 1960s was that of New York White, an especially potent albino strain of marijuana growing from seeds in pot baggies that had been flushed down toilets during drug raids. Unfortunately, there was never any verification of this, probably due to the alligators and mutant turtles guarding their stashes. But on a somewhat related note, last month, 39 pounds pounds of pot were found clogging the sewers in Arizona. So maybe Mario had some ulterior motives when he lit up the weed in those green pipes.
You have got to be joking. Please tell me this was a joke. If it was, it didn't need to be nearly this long, and it definitely didn't require research behind it. If it wasn't a joke, then all I have to say is get out of my house. Piranha plants look nothing like marijuana or any other type of drug. They're man-eating plants based off Venus flytraps and thusly have nothing to do with drugs. There was absolutely no purpose to any of this, and I am angered by it.
Speaking of green pipes, that's a weird color for a pipe to be, right? Not really. For one, many pipes are made of copper, and copper exposed to moisture oxidizes, creating a green patina on its surface. For a classic example, just look at the Statue of Liberty. So perhaps the plumbing in the Mushroom Kingdom is all copper and just a little aged.
Uh-huh. That's a very good explanation.
But there is another explanation. With the green movement in full swing, more and more companies are covering their products in this quote-unquote eco-friendly color. For instance, the German company Aquatherm has built their reputation around a signature product line, the aptly named Green Pipe.
Well, you ruined a perfectly good point. Congratulations! First and foremost, Aquatherm has many different pipes for many different services. The green pipes in particular are meant to be used for potable water, not sewage. On top of that, pipes in the Mushroom Kingdom come in more colors than green. There are a lot of different colors, but the main four seem to be green, blue, red, and yellow. Now, Aquatherm does make blue and red pipes, but no yellow pipe. On top of that, red Aquatherm pipes are primarily used for fire sprinkler systems as they're equipped with a fireproof coating, meaning they especially wouldn't be used in a sewer system. Finally, pipes in the Mushroom Kingdom definitely seem to be made of metal. Aquatherm's pipes, however, are not made of metal. They don't even shine like metal. Why am I focusing so much on Aquatherm, you ask? Well, MatPat's going to bring them up again, so I wanted to get this rant out of the way early. Now, before I continue, I'll be skipping quite a bit, but I want these few things MatPat says to be taken into consideration.
Notice how the underground levels in the game take place in brick sewers? Well, Nintendo got lucky in making Mario from New York. New York sewers, on the other hand, are indeed brick, influenced by the Europeans who switched to making elaborate brick systems after a tragic experience with lead pipes. In the forest maze of Super Mario RPG, Mario experiences a different kind of pipe, log pipes, that function much in the same way as the normal green variety. Surprisingly, we once again find ourselves looking abroad for the real-world example. Perhaps as early as the 13th century, people in England were using hollowed-out elm logs for water pipelines. The US eventually caught on to the idea, installing wooden pipes in the early 1800s.
I just want you to remember this stuff. It'll be on the quiz later.
And now it's time for my final thought. We've grown up believing in what Nintendo has always told us, that Mario is a true-blooded Italian-American from New York living in the Mushroom Kingdom. But what we've seen here today might point in another direction.
Are you ready? It's time for the lightning round to end all lightning rounds! 3, 2, 1, go!
We've learned that crabs run rampant in the sewers of Italy and that turtles may have a better chance of surviving sewer conditions in warmer climates.
Except that shell creepers and sidesteppers, the enemies we see in Mario Bros, definitely aren't normal turtles and crabs. Have you ever seen an enormous turtle with a green shell and a yellow head? Have you ever seen a giant red crab that moves faster when it gets angry? On top of this, these enemies change colors when they're left upside down for too long or when they're the last obstacle left. There aren't any turtles that change color like this, and even though there are some crabs that can, that color range is meant for camouflage and definitely wouldn't include colors like bright blue and bright pink. You know what the sidesteppers might be, though? Mushroom Kingdom creatures! Sidesteppers actually appear in the Mario Kart series, a topical example for the time of this video being Mario Kart Wii. Pretty cool, huh?
We now know that a leading green pipe manufacturer has a headquarters in Germany.
Except that Aquatherm also has a headquarters in the United States! Hooray! Also refer back to the previous rant on why Aquatherm has no bearing on this conversation.
And that brick sewer structures and log drainage systems are more commonly found in old European cities.
Except when you yourself admitted they can also be found in America, Mr. Matthew Patrick. Whoopsies!
So what does that tell us? Only this. that our Italian-American plumber may actually have fewer American ties than we've been led to believe, and that perhaps the Mushroom Kingdom is actually found in the Old Continent.
Because shill creepers and sidesteppers are either likely or definitely from the Mushroom Kingdom, aquatherm doesn't matter in the slightest, New York City is a brick sewer system, and wooden pipes can also be found in America. Anyone else see why this whole thing is stupid?
As one last nail in Mario's coffin, as anyone in New York can tell you, no real New Yorker would be caught dead wearing bright colors. His garish red garb is much more suited for the frou-frou stylings of a European man. Anyway...
Excuse me? MatPat was a theater major, you say? Could've fooled me.
It's just a theory. A game theory. Thanks for watching.
Aw, baby game theory! Video's over, so now it's time for Miku's final thought. What did we learn today? We learned that some things never change. This theory was filled with a disgusting amount of assumptions and faulty evidence, all to try to prove that Mario isn't actually from New York City when the lore was staring him in the face the whole time, shaking its head and giving him the same disappointed look it still gives him today. Gosh, though, was he so much more tolerable without the constant stench of egotism in his voice. Can we have far less enthusiastic MatPat back, please?